Welcome back to another Dragon Ball Dokkan Battle video. I'm Goki, and today we're going to be breaking down the new Shadow Dragon Saga event. We're going to get a new Vegeta, we're going to get a new Gogeta, something that people have been waiting. The Monkey King has arrived. While JP is in fact celebrating their 6th year anniversary, this is our version of the hype. Gogeta was going to come next. We'll most likely have Bojack, which is someone I am saving and looking forward to. Now, that's not to take away from Gogeta, so we're going to break him down in this video right now. We're going to give you a small snippet of how his team is built, and we're going to move over to the how to build the Vegeta, and is he worth as a free-to-play to 100% or not. So let's go ahead and get started with the video. So Gogeta is a very powerful unit to begin with. He comes with the Giant Ape category of Ki +3 and 170% across the board, along with Shadow Dragon Saga, 150% across the board. Now, some would say that he is broken. He is absolute number one. He does have his cons. As per usual, it doesn't matter if you're number one in the game in terms of being a TUR and damage output and consistency. The biggest issue for this character is the fact that he leads a category that is very small. Now, if you're a relatively new player, this character won't do it for you. You need to have the resources and the library to back him up. So moving on to this, he has an amazing passive skill. He's pretty much Jiren, but in TUR form. He gets attack and defense plus 200% and Ki +4 plus an additional attack and defense 40%. And all attacks effective against all types for 8 turns from the start of the turn. After those 8 turns are whittled down from the start of the turn, there is a high chance of attacks effective against all types starting from the 9th turn, and a high chance of evading enemies' super attack and countering with tremendous power. So he has all these high chances, he has all these chances, but at the start for 8 turns, he becomes one of the most powerful units in the game, period, flat out. And adding to his ununiqueness of being similar to Jiren, he does have an active skill of all enemies attack and defense minus 40% and own attack and defense plus 40% for 1 turn. Can be activated after receiving damage 4 times or more in battle only once. So there's a big reason why I'm leaning towards summoning other characters over Gogeta, but he does stand alone as one of the best TURs in the game, bar none, because of the categories he's on, not because of the categories he leads. So Link skill, Super Saiyan, Kamehameha, Shocking Speed, Overnight Flash, GT, Fused Fighter, and Fish Battle are his links. And if you build them properly, he will be a monster. Having Overnight Flash is very strong. Having Shocking Speed is also very strong. Having GT and Fused Fire in the appropriate category is amazing. And then his categories: Fusion, Shadow Dragon Saga, Kamehameha, Final Trumpet, and Giant Ape Power. So the reason why I'm yelling about the cons of this character is that the Giant Ape category is relatively strong, but the amount of units is very weak. Like, the amount of units is very limited. They have limited things to characters that transform into ape. Because there wasn't such a huge amount of cards being shipped out, you have a lot of this going on where you have units that are just not capable of dealing with today's meta, such as Super Saiyan 4 Goku, the STR version, or Super Saiyan 3 Goku that transformed into the Golden Ape. But you have other cards such as BS Broly, you have Gohan, you have Bardock, you have Vegito, you have Cumber. There's a lot of super units that are very reliant on some of this stuff. So the reason why I say nay to this character is the con of not having a good category. This category is not good by any means. Like, I understand that it is loaded in terms of like unit density, in terms of like the units in there are really good, but the amount of units plus the other units that aren't good just don't make it a good category. Now, while that being said, he is on Final Trump Card or Last Resort, and he is also on the fabled Kamehameha team. So either way, he does have a home on other categories, and he is going to be one heck of a card to summon for. So should you summon for Gogeta? Well, first I'm going to relay you guys with some of these characters that are going to be on this banner. So the notable cards on this character's banner comprises of himself, Nova Shenron, Goten and Gohan, Kefla, Piccolo, and Super Saiyan for full power Goku, along with Omega Shenron and Gogeta. Now, a lot of these cards are dated. The 3 of them are Piccolo, Kefla, and the Gobros are the only ones that you really want to see as consolation prize. You don't want to see the old Gogeta, and you don't want to see Omega Shenron. They do need upgrades and ECAs, but I doubt that will be coming anytime soon. But outside of that, the banner is overall very, very weak. The reason why I would tell someone to stay away from this banner is 1, you're free to play, you can't afford the amount of stones that he may or may not cost. 2, there are better banners coming down, better down the line for your buck, especially if you're looking and hunting for the best cards in the game. Now, while he is probably the best TUR in the game, there is a banner with high amounts of unit density in terms of fantastic units. Powerful units. So what are we talking about? We're talking about the Bojack banner. The Bojack banner is amazing. It comes with Bojack, it comes with the Zanya, it comes with Future Gohan, Bardock, Android 13, and Gohan. Now, if you want to think about it, 4 of these are contenders for top 10 in the game. Pretty flat out, very, very simple. Android 13 and Future Gohan are the only ones that fall short on this banner versus the other banner. So if you guys really want some on this banner, I would not put more than 200 stones into this banner. I hope most of you pull him on the first multi and can run and dip, because this banner that he has is not it, chief. So now that we have Gogeta out of the way, we're gonna go ahead and talk about Vegeta GT, the Giant Ape. So he's actually a card that is farmable, that you can build up with him and you can grind so much, but he has some issues, but he is a pretty good card for a free-to-play card. He has free resources that you can allot into him. It's pretty good. So his layer skill is Giant Ape Power category +3, HP attack and defense plus 150%. Or his category is Giant Ape category key +3, HP attack and defense 50%, and then he also has a subcategory of Int type key +2 and HP attack +30%, making him a versatile leader for something like a free-to-play team. But outside of that, he has attack and defense +8%, plus additional attack and defense +8% when there is another Giant Ape Power category ally attacking in the same turn. Turn into Giant Ape when conditions are met. Transforms into Giant Ape when his HP is 50% or less starting from the 4th turn from the start of battle. So he has a solid transformation rate, and it will transform as per usual. So his transformation is very, very much similar to the other one. He gains the key +1. He caused destructive damage. Nothing changes about this unit except his attack skyrockets. So once he goes into Giant Ape mode, he doesn't take damage, and he does a ton more damage. So for the most part, I feel that this unit is sort of incomplete. I think they need to rework or possibly give this unit EZA very, very soon for at least the JP players. And for us global players, we're just going to have to wait till we get this EZA. But for the most part, his categories are not terrible. Giant Form Pure Saiyajins, which is powerful. Vegeta's Family, which is really good. Worthy Rivals, which is okay. Giant Ape Power is pretty good for what it is. Shadow Dragon Saga, Gogeta is the leader of that, so it lets him sit on that very nicely. And that's pretty much it. So should you build this Vegeta? I'm gonna say go ahead. I would rate him roughly 3 out of 5, maybe 3 stars out of 5, because he's not the most amazing thing in the world, but he's in fact useful to free-to-play players, especially if you try and fill out your Giant Ape Power and you didn't pull a lot of the hero's units to help you go ahead and do so. He's a good int type to replace Gohan with. Gohan is the main tank for Giant Ape Power, if you guys didn't know. And on the bright side, he does come with his own free resources so that you can go ahead and rainbow him and max him out. So this Vegeta does have a lot of pluses going for him outside of just being a really good card or a really decent card in the middle. With all this information presented, are you guys going to build Vegeta? I recommend that you do. If you don't, you don't. But are you going to summon for Gogeta? My largest recommendation is to stay away from this banner and just wait for Bojack, because Bojack is such a good banner. But if you guys cannot wait, I understand. Gogeta is a hype unit and he's going to be an amazing unit. So if you guys don't mind, go ahead and drop a comment down below whether you guys are summoned for Gogeta or not. And click a like on the video. Up next, we're going to be talking about Bojack when he comes out. But for the next part, we're going to have a Vegeta showcase and we're going to break down his numbers. I want to thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one. Click the button. Peace.